Hey guys, and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you what I do on the ground the first couple of times I take a horse on a barrel before I will take him behind a barrel or around a barrel under saddle, and the reasons I do this. So for this exercise, you're going to need your horse tacked up. You're going to need whatever you would normally need to lunge your horse, and you're going to need at least 2 barrels. The reason you need your horse tacked up for this is you're going to be getting him used to bumping into the barrel and making noise, and if you just use their body, then they're not going to hear those metal stirrups or plastic stirrups or whatever it is that you use hitting the barrel. I do these exercises just to make sure my horse is okay with noises and things happening. I have seen so many barrel races where people are going so fast and they knock over the barrel and the horse turns so fast that they jump the barrel. The horse has obviously never jumped a barrel with the weight of the saddle and a rider, and they freak out. I've seen people hit a barrel and the horse freak out and spook. I've seen the barrel roll and the horse spook. So this is just to ensure that you're going to be safe, and it's just like anything else. You're going to start off with desensitizing. You're not just going to jump out and do it. If you don't agree with this, I completely understand. That's perfectly fine. That's your opinion, and it's your horse, but this is my horse and my opinion, and I'm just going to show you how I prep Kamani. Let's get into this video. Step 1, we're going to be moving it around her, letting it roll, letting it drop, making some noise. Okay, so I want to clarify, this is going to be part 1. Part 2 will be when we get on and go around the barrels for the first time with me under saddle. But if your horse is being really curious like she is, then I wouldn't discourage them from being curious, because the moment that you tell them, no, you can't investigate this, the more they get a little bit worried of like, they don't want me smelling this, but yet they want to put it near me. I don't want this thing near me. Something's not right. Maybe they don't think exactly like that, but it's kind of like that mindset. So I allow her to be curious and investigate the barrel. I make noise on it, and I will bump it into her, flip it around her, bang on it. Anything I can think of that might happen at a race when we're going really fast and the barrel moves. Obviously she's not moving here, but it's still some prep work that she'll know that, hey, this isn't going to hurt you. This isn't something you need to be afraid of if it moves and right here bumps into your leg. And I love how she didn't even move. She just kind of stood there and looked at me like, what are you doing, Mom? The smoke is a bonfire, so for anybody worried about that, it's perfectly fine. Here I asked her to just step forward a little bit so that she would bump into it. Some horses have an issue with that. She clearly doesn't. Super proud of her, and she's going to be an awesome little horse when she stops spooking at every random thing. But here she's doing really well, and so I decided to take it up a notch and flip it beside her, and you can see she just looks at it, doesn't care. So I roll it to her, make it bump into her. She just kind of steps away one step, and I'm perfectly fine with that. She's not blowing up or overreacting. She gets a little playful there. And here I am. This is why you need your saddle. I'm going to slowly close this gap as much as I can, well, to a point where she's still able to go through it. And we're going to go both directions, walk, trot, and canter, and just let those stirrups bang all over. We're going to let the stirrups get hung up. It's in a safe environment, and it's just a barrel. There's no hooks or anything, so nothing really to worry about. It's just it's mostly going to just pull the barrel down if it gets caught. If the stirrup gets caught right there, she tried to went into a canter when I asked her to trot, so I just kind of corrected her. But you can hear I left the sound in. The barrels being bumped on by the stirrups, which is exactly why you need your saddle on when you're going to do this. That's the whole point, to desensitize. Here I am closing the gap a little bit. Letting her bump, and I'm okay that she slowed down because she stepped on the barrel. Something I didn't think would happen, but guess what? It did. And she didn't freak out. I'm very happy with that. So here we're cantering. Kind of took a lot to get her to canter through there, but that's fine. Right there, she dumped the barrel, and I'm very happy. She just kind of stopped. Step number 3, I'm going to make her jump them in case anything ever happens. We also have really big logs out here that are wider than these barrels, so that's another reason I'm jumping her over this. What I was saying is I'm very happy that it dumped over and she just kind of did whatever I asked. She didn't freak out. So jumping them, like I said, we have some big trees out here, and this is also good for... The fact that they're moving is actually great, because she's not reacting when they're sliding and rolling when she's going over or landing. So that shows me she's not afraid of them moving. Had to keep up the pressure here. She kind of slows down at the canter a little bit. That's fine. Something we're working on. I'll make them really low and have her go through that tight space. I love sending them through it with them down too, just because I have been on one of our horses before where we knocked a barrel, and then on the way back the horse seen the barrel down and like freaked out because the other two were up and that one was down, so it was something different. So I like to work them with the barrels up and down. I'll practice her backing through them down and up just to make sure we're good. It's not only training her to get used to the barrels and the noise, it's seeing what else maybe scares her that I might need to work on. She bumps it, I'm going to ignore it as long as she doesn't panic. Backing up through them actually took me a long time to get her to straighten up and do it. That's why she's breathing a little heavy. I decided to lunge her because she wasn't listening. A few other things you can practice is lifting it if you're going to carry them. Side passing them over it. Side passing is great just in case it ever rolls underneath them. Yes, they might freak out if you're at a higher speed, but this again is just kind of to reassure them that they don't need to be afraid, and it's just like any other desensitizing tool. Pretty much I want her comfortable with the barrel all around her, all over her, making noise. Set up like a figure 8 and lunge them in between that. Right here I was just kind of playing around, seeing if I could get her to listen, seeing if I could get her out. Right there she kind of came in and then she realized the barrel was there and that she had to go out. I'm going to set up figure 8, I'm going to ask her to go around, come through the middle, change direction, go the other way. So this is good just to see, like, can you change their directions? Can you get them out? There again, she cantered without me asking. I'm just going to crack on the halter a little bit, give her a pop and say, nope, that's not what I'm asking. So I'm practicing sending, changing her direction. Once in a while, the stirrups are bumping. Kind of switch things up on her. Just get her paying attention. Another thing I want to do is I want to make sure I can lift it. High, low. Eventually I want to be able to carry it under saddle with me. These ones are kind of heavy for that, but to start her off, till I get some ones that are lighter, I can just kind of carry it towards her and bump the stirrup, bump all over the saddle. I would do before I ever run a horse around barrels. Make sure they're comfortable with the noise of the barrel and going over it, going through it, having it underneath them, rolling it, making noise, just so that they're prepared and it's not like this big scary thing if you're running a barrel and your leg hits it and then the barrel falls. Just some tips to help out if anybody wants them. If you guys have any requested videos, comment them down below. Please like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!